Minecraft is a really big, really, really big game. Do you get where this is going? Minecraft released in 2011 and amassed over 233 million copies sold, and is the best-selling game ever made, just above GTA 5. Well, I say just above, but it's more like a massive, gaping hole. So where am I going with this? Any big franchise branches out as far as they possibly can, and Minecraft is no different. Toys, merch, clothing, and yes, even games, Minecraft reaches everywhere, even your mom's room. What was this video about? Oh yeah! Okay, let's do this. Let's start with the gameplay and we can continue from there. Is Minecraft a top-down looter shooter? Okay, hold on. Oh shit, I'm a dumbass! Minecraft Dungeons is a dungeon crawler starring your favorite characters from Minecraft. White guy. We're gonna play as White guy. You explore levels and kill the typical mobs, illagers, zombies, spiders, and more. You obtain loot, abilities, armor, and a bow to kill more and more. Each of these items, excluding the abilities, have different enchantments. Now, most of these are from the game, like Fire Aspect, Bane of Arthropods, Spiders, and Smite, but there are others like Bee Spawning, Extra Shots, or Fire when you roll. Each of these abilities and enchantments make the game unique and interesting, although very limited in building a class, as you need to choose perks out of a set amount and not a full selection. In other games, building a class is built off a foundation, but these enchantments are kind of the foundation itself. You could upgrade stuff, although in my basic playthrough, I didn't encounter much. I play these games till the story is done and when I feel satisfied, and I did that very early in this game. So I may not have experienced all that it has to offer, but I experienced the common player should, and the experience was kind of lackluster. The main gameplay is, like I said, a looter dungeon crawler where you fight mobs. Each level is in a different setting, like biomes. The weapons change from area to area, and so do the abilities. Enemies drop arrows for you to use your bow, which is my source of damage, and even let me kill the boss in literally like seconds. Sometimes I see players not use these. Use these. Always be low on arrows is my motto. Your sword is okay, it's just mid. It works, but you can easily get hit and die, so it's better to literally just stand there and shoot arrows. Use the arrows, please. Now all of these is great additions to the experience. Killing mobs is fun and addicting, and it doesn't get old with the amount of changes. Now I wish I could say I really love this game. Sure, the gameplay was great, and for dungeon crawlers I really like this one, but it doesn't hold a lot of value past the first time you play it, and it doesn't give a good reason to play them again. So here's why. Before going on to the main plot, the story has you playing through levels, right? Well, that is where the problem lies. You see, in games where there are random weapons and random moles, you want to play over and over to get those different weapons and to get those different roles. Like in Destiny, for example, where you have to keep playing matches to get different weapons, and those weapons have different roles. And then once you get high enough gear, you can play higher activities. But in Minecraft Dungeons, the weapons are the same every level, and the rules are all the same set for each weapon. Destiny has hundreds of weapons, and each of those weapons can have different roles. There's more of a reason to come back. I played through the game without ever replaying a level once, and that's a problem. It's not that there can't be builds, but there is no reason to re-grind weapons. When you have them when it's perfectly fine, you just use it. Take away the items, and what's the incentive? There is no reason to keep playing or replaying these maps. Now there are more than a few ways to fix this. First would be to make the game a little bit harder initially. If the main levels got harder and required you to grind new gear by replaying them, the game would feel harder and then items would be easier to grab. And that way I would need to play the older levels over and over to get new items that are stronger, and then I can grind and then I achieve the next level and then I can keep going. And then there's another way, which is about the story. The story of Minecraft Dungeons is really simple. There is an Ark Illager that was outcast from the village. After trekking through the mountains, he encounters this thing and becomes a menace. And it's up to you. It's up to you to beat him. You later beat him. And that's the story. It's a bit more complicated than that, but not by much. You go through levels until you reach the boss and then defeat him. He cowers in fear, but we do the one thing that brings everyone together. Dancing. The story doesn't need to be amazing, it just needs to be long enough to where I don't want to play more. And while that sounds counterproductive, if I don't want to play more, then I've played enough. This game doesn't have enough content for how much I want to keep playing. This campaign is only 2 to 3 hours long, and it's just not long enough. I played the game the night I got it, and I finished it that same night when it first came out. It was really disappointing. Now the thing is, there is DLC in this game, and it looks good, but I don't want to pay for it, so we won't see it right now. But if you subscribe, maybe we can go back to it. But we should have had more levels in the past with the main ones, already including the Nether and the End, not as DLC. Already including the Nether End and not as DLC. The DLC is good, but the story should just have continued past those 8 levels or something, and into new dimensions, finally ending after chasing the main person. Plus, the main entity is like an Enderman, it makes a lot of noises, so the end is where they live, and with the dragon, it could have been a really cool boss fight, with him maybe riding the dragon, I'm not sure. If there was more levels and maybe gates of the dimensions, the game would have just been better, longer, and probably more fun. Overall, I really do kind of like this game. It is really fun, but again, it's so short to the point where I don't think that I would ever play it again because there's nothing to experience. Once you've already experienced something that's kind of dull, there's no point in experiencing that again. Now, while I think the controls are good, the game looks great, and it plays well, again, it's just too damn short to enjoy. It just isn't enough to make me want to stay playing because I'm not invested enough. And while the DLC looks great, it just doesn't work. The review scores are a medium, and I kind of have to agree. I think the game is fun, I think the game is cool, it's a good Minecraft spin-off, but there's not enough content to keep you playing, there's not enough story to keep you interested, and there's not enough items with different roles to really grant that whole grinding until you beat the game. I give Minecraft Dungeons a 78 out of 100 for just being good.